In this video, I'm going to talk about how I added an extra $60,000+ into my business in the last really like 9 to 12 months, simply by using the power of email. So if you're new here, my name is latticehudson. I am an online business coach, and I specialize in helping my clients live a life of freedom and really having a business model that supports that. So you may have heard of me around Instagram, but I'm really, really passionate about automated lead generation, automated funnels, and really doing things in a way that align with values. So today we're going to really deep dive the exact strategy that I've used to add well over an additional $60,000 into my business simply by using the power of email. So full proof, it's actually been more than that, but I just have a couple of our products pulled up that I know have come from email. So I'm going to share a little bit about that today. And if you're a high ticket coach or a course creator or you sell digital products, you definitely need to be using the power of email. So really quick backstory, I come from the retail world. So I worked for Target for a really, really long time. I've worked for other retail companies and management and HR. And one of the common things that I specifically noticed was the idea that they leveraged email, like traditional marketing leveraged email, and they always had emails going out and they were always marketing via email. And when I look back at that, I'm so mad at myself for starting my business out and not prioritizing email. I think there's a time and a place, but the more and more that we're competing for attention online, the more and more that we need to focus on getting our customers and our clients off of just relying on social media. So you guys have all seen every time Instagram or Meta or Twitter goes out, people are like, you better have an email list. And I'm not going to sit here and preach that to you today, because if you're watching this video, you already probably believe in email marketing, but you just need a better strategy on how to implement email marketing into your business. So I'm going to toggle over to my whiteboard here in just a second. But really, why I love email is simple for the fact that A, it gets your customers off of social media and your clients off social media. B, it gives you more control to create more of a community and a connection with those clients and those customers. And then lastly, I mean, it's there to make sales. So a lot of people feel like, oh my gosh, I'm being too salesy, or I'm, sending out too many emails. And at the end of the day, like, as you should. That's the point of email marketing. You don't need to sit here and nurture, nurture, nurture. You need to sell. I think so many coaches and experts are constantly preaching nurture, 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 and nurturing is amazing. But at the end of the day, they already know what they need to know for the most part. So now you need to present your offers in a way for them to buy. And I have found one of the best ways to do that without confusing your audience on the front end is leveraging email marketing. So whether you're making 5K a month in your business or making 500K a month, email marketing is always going to be prevalent and necessary for you to get to that next level. And I also think that if we drill it down to providing impact to our clients, then we should do our darndest to ensure that they are presented with as many opportunities as possible to buy from us without us having to chase them down. So email marketing in my company is it's a non-negotiable at this point. It's a non-negotiable. We send out emails on various different cadences, but I'm going to walk you through my exact email marketing strategy that's allowed me to sell different offers kind of behind the scenes without confusing my audience on the front end. So let's get into it. Let's talk about it. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen here. I'm a whiteboard girly, so I'm really excited. But I'm going to show you guys exactly what we do. And then I'm also going to show you proof inside of one of my checkout softwares, so you can see exactly what I mean and how we're getting these additional sales without me really having to talk much about it on social. I don't run ads to these offers as of now. I've ran ads to one of the offers in the past, but stopped that very quickly because it wasn't as profitable as I wanted to. So we heavily rely on email to sell our other offers, and it's just been a game changer. So let me go ahead and pop up on my screen, and I'm going to kind of talk through the sales psychology and the understanding of why email is so important. So email has just done wonders for us because it allows us to not confuse people in the marketplace. And think about it like this. When you go to a restaurant like Cheesecake Factory is, in my opinion, it's pretty good, right? But when I go there, I feel immensely overwhelmed, like immensely. And I know that there's going to be a lot of options, but sometimes you don't want a lot of options. Most of the time, we are in decision fatigue all the time. So when I think about having lots of options, it can be overwhelming, which is why most of the time you'll hear me preach that you should be focusing on the front end. When people find you, they should come in contact with your best offer, your signature offer, that offer that is going to be of high value, high impact, whether you're selling that in a one-to-one way or you're selling that in your community, or like a group coaching program. That offer and that core result should be available for them in like one signature way, in the way that's going to be the best for them. Okay. So instead of you guys being a cheesecake factory, I want you to be something like a Chick-fil-A, right? You get really specialized and you're really focused on selling one offer one way and in a way that makes most sense for your audience. Now, we're not ignorant to the fact that everybody's not going to be able to afford your $5,000 or $10,000 or $20,000 offer. Absolutely. Like, we get that. So instead of confusing people on the front end, you show them kind of like, you basically give them an entire spread. You're like, hey, here's my one offer. Here's everything that you need is typically going to come in that one offer. So whatever that is, if you're a relationship coach, you're going to teach them from A to Z. You're giving them A to Z in that one offer. But there's also going to be people, like I just said, that can't afford that one offer. So then from there, they're going to stay in your world. They've been nurtured. They already know, like, trust you. Maybe they've applied to work with you, etc. They've booked a call, what have you. Whatever your sales process is, but maybe they just can't afford that higher level thing, or maybe that's not the right package for them, right? So in that case, instead, you are going to leverage. I'm going to do another video on how to sell through stories and just like through re-nurturing campaigns on Instagram, but specifically selling through email. You're going to be able to put this sequence in place, and I'm going to share with you exactly how we do it. Okay. So leveraging email allows you to let your one offer be so forefront, be selling and focus on that. And then everybody, once they know that's there, that's kind of like the pinnacle point, you now have other room in the back end to sell other things. So let's kind of break down exactly how we do this and how we've been able to add really, I mean, a lot more revenue to our business simply by selling through email. So first things first, I take my traditional, like that retail mindset, and look at how they run different sales campaigns. A lot of retail operators, they run campaigns like on a week-to-week basis. I know when I worked for Target at the time, I worked for Target for almost 7 years. They ran campaigns typically from Sunday to Saturday. So what I found when I first started, I was trying to run campaigns for a week. I tried to do that. And what I found specifically, when I ran campaigns for a week, I personally felt like it was just way too long. So instead of us doing campaigns for a week, right, we didn't do campaigns. We stopped doing campaigns for a week. We said, okay, we're not going to do that anymore. And instead, what we did, we was like, okay, if we use traditional like launching, which we don't really do, if we just do something like a sort of like a lazier launch and we leverage our email list, what would happen? So instead of doing that, this is what we actually do now. We don't run like flash sales. I call them like flash sale campaigns. We don't run these campaigns for a week long, because when you give people a long time to make a decision, what do they take? A long time. And historically, we found that most people come in on a lazier email campaign launch on the last day. So instead of giving them a week to purchase, we give them a short amount of time. And what's nice is now, because if you watch any of my other videos or my future videos, ads are going to bring those people to you. So you've already paid to acquire them as a lead. You might as well keep selling to them because they clearly have a problem to solve. So instead of doing sales for a week, what you're going to do is you're going to do a sales campaign for, you're going to do it for 3 days. So this is what we do. We call them, in our business, we give it a name. So you can give your flash sale campaign sequence that you do a name, but we call it the Thursday upgrade. So our brand is all about upgrading. We have our 7-figure upgrade program. Like, we have different levels, but what we do is every Thursday, or most Thursdays, typically. And here's the thing too, really quick. If you're just starting out and you don't have a bunch of digital products created or smaller offers created, then obviously you're not going to, if you have a list of 1,000, you're not going to keep selling the same thing every single week. Like, if it's a small ticket digital product, like with the same type of sales, because that can be really annoying and it also can fatigue them. What you want to think about is cycling through your different digital products. Okay. So what we do when we first started, we would do this maybe twice a month. And then we went to like 3 times a week or 3 times a month. And now we're doing them on a weekly basis. So what we do is we look at a calendar, and we chose Thursday through Saturday. We tested other times, but we found that Thursday through Saturday was the best time. So we do the sales from Thursday to Saturday. So I'm going to break down exactly how many emails we send and what those emails are like. So on Thursday, actually, let me do it this way. I'm going to write out Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So we have Thursday, we have Friday, and then we have Saturday. So these are going to be our sales. This is going to be our flash sale email campaigns. Email. Okay, so we send them out on 3 days. So Thursday, we do one email. Friday, we do one email. And we usually do this like during the day. We don't like to do it always at the very beginning. We usually do them between 10 and 12. And then on Saturday, this is when we get a little bit, we just get a little bit aggressive, but aggressive in a really helpful way because we want to remind people. And I say aggressive because that's people like, that sounds aggressive. It's not, but I use that word just as kind of a funny, but also it's a little bit more, it's more involved. So we do one email in the morning. We do one email in the afternoon, like the PM, and then we do one email at night. And all of these emails have one thing in common: driving directly to a sale. That's what that has in common, right? It's all driving directly to a sale. It's driving directly to a checkout page with a link to buy, period. Okay. So we have used this process for offers as low as $37, right? And we've used this process for offers as high as $5,000, right, to a checkout page. Now, I will give a caveat. I've been in business almost 5 years. I have a great brand reputation. I've been around, I have great client results. So no, not necessarily if you're just starting out in business, you're going to be able to sell a $5,000 offer from your emails directly without a conversation in the DMs or anything like that. But we have been able to successfully do this at all these price points in between. Okay. So I'm just wanting to set you up for success and belief so that you understand that it is possible. But we have used this my direct sales campaign sequence for offers between 37 and 5,000 straight to a checkout page, right? No conversation, no, none of that. Okay. So let's kind of break down what these emails look like specifically. And I'm going to kind of talk through exactly why it's so important. So I am going to go ahead and open up a new tab here, and then I'm going to show you guys exactly like what each of these, which each of these should look like. While I'm doing that, I want you guys to understand one thing is that emails are, once you get the right emails in place, all it is rinsing and repeating. That's it. And then all you have to do, right, is all you have to do is just plug and play a different product each week. So let's kind of walk through what these emails are going to look like as far as like the context. And I'll just kind of give you a brief overview. So that Thursday email, right, is really just, it's an introduction, right? Email number 1 is an intro. It's just like, hey, I have this offer, right? It's like, I have this offer, and here's a quick story about the offer. I'm walking you through exactly whatever you're struggling with, whatever your pain points are. I'm going to kind of bust through that myth. And then from there, I'm going to present the offer, and I'm going to give you a deadline. Okay. So that's really important. You have to let them know that there is a deadline. The other thing that I want you guys to include, and this has worked like a charm, is I include coupons on every Thursday upgrade sale. So I have a baseline price that I want for an offer. And then from there, we will do a range of coupons anywhere from 20 to 40%. Now, when we first launch an offer through email campaigns, we'll do it at 50% off, but we don't ever do that really until Black Friday. So there's that. But for the most part, right, we do the email sales in between 20 to 40%. We debrief, we analyze to see what sale did the best. And then from there, we kind of stay in that same range. But mostly on average, our coupons are usually between 20 and 40%. So that first email, like I said, it's an introduction email. Belief shift, right? You're doing a belief shift. This is kind of the same for email number 2 as well. So email number 1 and 2 are the same for Thursday and Friday. Introduction, belief shift, pain point, like overcome their pain points, CTA to buy, and then use a coupon. One piece of advice I can give you guys though is make sure that with that coupon, you just give them the link with the coupon already enabled. I use Thrivecart for a lot of these sales. Sometimes I use my Stan, but mostly we use Thrivecart. So make sure that you just give them the link with the coupon. So and let them know that the price will go back to the full price at, on Saturday night at 11:59. That's email 1 and 2. So that's Thursday, that's Friday. Now on Saturday, emails 3, 4, and 5. These ones are pretty short and straight to the point. Email number 3, I usually will do sometimes as an FAQ. We kind of switch it up a little bit, and we have templates for all of this, you guys, and I have a workshop breaking this down way more in detail. So if you want access to that, you can just in the description box, it's called Emails That Convert. And one of my clients, Elizabeth, she reported that she had an additional 15K a week just by leveraging the strategy. So it's fire. And if you want all of this like templated out for you, I've already done that. You can grab that in the link below. So, and it's a 2-hour workshop. I walk you through everything. It's great. So emails 3, 4, and 5. Email 3 kind of just varies, but it's typically sometimes is like an FAQ. It can be another belief shift. It's an FAQ, belief shift, reminder, etc. Hey, the sale's ending, right? So that's kind of email number 3. Email number 4 is kind of like, hey, just an FYI, right? Sale is ending. You don't want to miss out, right? Price is going up. You don't want to miss out. And then email number 5 is just like very short. It's like last call. Wanted to remind you to buy, right? And you'll find that you're going to get so many sales on that. Right. So we kind of typically do those emails on, we spread those out throughout the day on that last day. And then we use really short subject lines. And then, yeah, that's kind of the process, you guys. So what's really cool is when we think about the idea that when you use traditional email marketing and you use it in a sense, you use traditional email marketing and you use it in a sense of how retail has done, and you kind of marry the two, you kind of get this really beautiful, like direct response campaign. And I think a lot of people get so overwhelmed because they're like, I'm not making the sales, but it's like, you're not actually asking for the sales. And email is the best way to stay connected with your people outside of social media. So to wrap this up, if you're not using email, you are literally leaving money on the table. And because I teach ads, I'm all about having profit on the front end and the back end. I don't want you to just make one sale. My thought is always this, like, you're going to buy something, period. Like, that's the goal, because I know that I am doing my highest work and walking in my purpose as a business owner, as a CEO, as a coach, when people buy from me. And obviously this is free content. I give out tons of free content. Free content is everywhere, right? But the real transformation in my eyes begins when there's a purchase that happens, because that's when people start to take action. So for me, if I believe that impact is my highest good in this business, right? Then I need to be selling to people every single day. And email helps me do that on a very consistent basis. Now we do in the workshop, I talk a little bit deeper about some of the other things that we do with email and all of that. But like I said, we've been able to sell straight from a checkout page, exactly, just through email marketing, because we have had them coming through ads. They have seen some of our re-nurturing content on Instagram. They've went through our funnels. So now they just need the right offer for them. So we just have to present the right offer for them. So that may be a workshop that you did, that may be a template, that may be a mini masterclass. It doesn't matter. But as you start to build out your portfolio over time, because you have your signature offer and you're building out small different digital products and low ticket products from that, you are now going to have an arsenal, right? You're going to have an entire shop of digital products where you can sell something every single week, right? You're going to get to that point where you can sell something new, right? Or sell something on a rotation every single week. And because you have your ads running and you have new people coming into you, you will always be able to make sales. So that's really the strategy and the mindset behind leveraging flash sale campaigns. And I just wanted to show you before I wrap up just some of the proof so you can see this, what we've been able to do. So this is one of my offers that it's a higher ticket offer. It's a 30-day offer and the price is going up. But you can see here from our email, we sell this on email, right? This is just an extra $47,500, right? $47,500. The average conversion rate on this offer is 3%. You can see that we've we don't have lots of traffic because it's just from our email, and our email list is right now it's under 10,000. We've had it over 16,000 at one point, but we've definitely scaled it back. But we run this offer on a flash sale every single month, right? So as of now, so that will change in the future, but it sells really well, has a 3% conversion rate. So we can count on, as long as we have X amount of people on our email list, right? We know that we can sell X amount of offers. You just got to have the right traffic in place, which is where ads work really well. They're on your email list already. Now you just have to present them the offer. So that's from our ads intensive. That's 47.5. You can see from one of our workshops, I have not pushed this much at all, but you can see that we've made $4,200 from this ads at convert workshop. Again, I've not pushed this at all. It has a 5% total funnel conversion rate. But if we break it down, we have the core product has done 3,800 with a 4% conversion rate. And then the bump hasn't done that well. So I usually want my bumps like well over 30%. So I actually need to work on this bump, and I'll probably be doing that this weekend, but this bump hasn't done that well. Ironically, it hasn't, but we will get that fixed because the offer isn't as tied in as it needs to be, but that's okay. This next one, Reels that convert, which is probably one of my best selling digital products. Again, I don't really promote it that much. I need to be sending out more emails about it, but you can see here on Thrivecart, we've done 8,100 with the core product alone, has a solid 3% conversion rate. This would probably be higher, but I did run ads to it for a little bit. And we got a few sales from it, but not as much as I would have wanted. So I just kept only doing flash sales with this or posting about it on stories here and there. So this has a total 3% conversion rate from the product. And then the bump is one of the best bumps I've ever done. It has a 44% conversion rate, which is exactly where we want to be, right? So that's basically almost 1 out of 2 people that buy the core product buy the bump. And that alone has brought in an extra $2,800. So I will have more videos. This is not necessarily the scope of this video talking about how to increase your average cart value, but if you don't have bumps on your offers, you are missing out big time. Okay. So we've added, I have other products here too. Like, let's see, we have Supercharger Reels. This product has done $2,600 from email. What else do I have? We have emails that convert, which again, you guys can check that below. So yeah, we've done a lot, and we've also signed private clients from email. So we've done well over, honestly, upwards of 6 figures just from email in the last year alone. So that's what I have for you guys today. Let me know over on Instagram if you have any questions about emails. But like I said, if you want access to any of these products I showed you, I would include links below. But I would say definitely from a place of getting ads in, grab the ads that convert workshop so you can get those leads in and then get them onto your email list. And then definitely take a look at emails that convert, because that's what's going to show you how to strategically, like I just mapped out for you, show you the process of how to write emails that convert, how to strategically place them in your email software so that you can calculate them out appropriately and send them at the right times and all of that. And I kind of talk about a little bit of tech. We use ActiveCampaign, but we've used ConvertKit in the past, high level emails. It all works. Just pick what works best for you. And yeah, it's really, the system actually doesn't matter as much. What matters is the strategy. And that's what emails that convert will give you. So if you're looking to add extra income to your business, you're already selling, you're already, in the mode of growing your list, you might as well grow your list faster with ads and then leverage those leads on your email list and actually sell to them on a consistent basis. So that's what I have for y'all. Check out the links below. I hope this video was really helpful. And if I could say any last words, emails really do work. And it's been a game changer for our business. And hopefully it's a game changer for yours. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. Be sure to give me a like and definitely subscribe. And I will see you in the next video.